Fakorede, and I don't know how you want me to explain myself to people out there, but I'm going to tell you, Aare is just someone like every other person that God has created, and very easygoing, if I'm not being tampered with, and very straight to the best of my knowledge, and I am so grateful to God Almighty for giving me the privilege and opportunity to be part of this world, because I've went through thick and thin, and we still have every cause to say, Daddy, we are so grateful. So I'm married to my beautiful and amiable wife, Mrs. Bashir Fakorede, with 5 wonderful and beautiful children. So to God be the glory. And I'm a businessman. I started my business at a very tender age, and we still give God the glory, and we're still pushing it up to this moment. And to God be the glory. Yeah, I'm celebrating my 50th birthday, and I thank God Almighty for all He has done for me.
So while you were discussing about yourself,
yeah.
You made mention of having to go through thick and thin of life. And today, we thank God you are a successful businessman.
Yeah.
So as an investor, as a business tycoon, a practitioner, a top oil practitioner, oil and gas practitioner, how was the journey? How was it like getting to where you are today? Because you said you've been through the dust before you dusted the dust and became what you are today.
Well, that's every other successful human being will say on earth, that they've gone through thick and thin. So every individual have their different stories, and my story is very I don't know how to put it. It's somehow tedious at some point, and because it's not easy for a mother, a single parent, to take up 7 children as they go. So it's one of those things we went through, and she has done all that she can in her own capacity as a then, to make sure every one of us are successful. So particularly myself, because at a point I was the only boy among my siblings, and before we had the other, after 9-10 years, before I have another boy. Okay, so it was so tough at that point. So, and she's someone that loved children. She cannot do without any one of us. So it's not easy. It's not easy.
Well, let's try to take your mind away from there, because it may look as if you are reminiscing on the
not really. There's no time you want to talk about yourself that you don't. Yeah, if there's no event, there's never been an history. So it's something you have gone through. So you can't push it under the grass. It's not something you want to talk about.
Yes, now, getting to the smooth road of life, you want us to come across.
Has there ever been any smooth road?
Well, let me just say, getting to the smooth end of the road, want us to go through some obstacles while growing up. And we all know that in Nigeria today, the oil and gas sector, I think since the country discovered oil in the 1950s, I think it has been the fulcrum, the heart of the nation. What has been the challenges you faced as a stakeholder, as a partaker of the industry?
Well, you have to break it down into like two parts. You have the downstream and you have the upstream. So we are of the downstream, and this is what I've been doing all along my life. I started from having a station as a station dealer in Obalende, the then Ajib Obalende. So I think I was one of the youngest dealers at that time because I attained my first station in 1996, and the youngest dealers at that time because I was 26 years old when I got my first station. So with that, I was able to put up my station, the first station in Idiroko. That's the border area of Nigeria, and so we got other ones, and from there we're moving and moving and moving till today. And so it is not all that easy because at every climbing of ladder, you find some orders that wouldn't make you to climb it comfortably. So you have to give God all the glory because you are not the only one that started that same way. But for you to have been successfully, put up your ladder and get to the top, so it's not a small journey.
So I can observe that, me personally, looking at you, you look to me like somebody that's able and dine and wine with everybody.
Everybody.
The young, the old,
I'm a local
the
man.
illiterate.
I'm a local
But
man.
now I find myself sitting directly opposite you now. I'm seeing a man that sounds like a Malaysian Inca of this world. Can you tell us your educational background, sir?
Well, my primary education was in the Falomo there, St. George's Primary School. Then I proceeded to Victoria Land Secondary School. So from there, I have a retake in United Christian Secondary School in Apapa. Then from there, I went to Yabatek, then Epoma. So here I am doing my thing.
Now, you did not just go into the oil and gas sector without having to do something first.
Yeah.
Before you find yourself in the mainstream
Yeah.
oil and gas sector. Can you share some experiences?
Firstly, when I finished my secondary school, because I wouldn't want to go into the basis of it, But I finished my secondary school, and I was staying with my uncle in Ajegunle, and at a point, because I'm very troublesome when I was growing up, very troublesome. So my uncle okay, you can't stay home because before he will come back from work, all the fathers in the area will have come around to come and report me beating their own beating their children, and Bashir did normal, wow, blah 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 blah. So okay, you have to be going along with me. So he's into oil and gas. So I started going with him, learning from there. He has a boss that more superior than him. So she requested for me working with her at that point. So she is in the part of both chemical and petrol station business. So we do buy some chemicals from Mobile, and she's into gas station as well. So I was combining both together, and so I went through training with Mobile as at that time because we were putting up our station to come up at that very period of time. So I went through the training, and I was made the station manager as at then. So from there, I started learning, and not that I really wanted to learn, but the situation I found myself made me to learn. So as at the time, I'm now going on my own. So I don't have any cause to learn anything again. So I already know everything. So I went into it, and from my first station 96, before 97, 98, I already bought a land for myself to put up a gas station. So with coupled with the experience I've gathered, so I was able to do it, and I did it on just of my own, because you were learning it from the basis. Now that's I didn't go to any school of engineering, so but I was able to put up my stations. Most of my stations was even designed by me today. They were designed by me. I did it myself.
without being an architect.
And well, I would sometimes at the point I was looking at myself that if I've known, so maybe that would have been my first choice of.
Thank you, sir. Away from your struggles in life and how you got to where God elected you today, now let's go into your happy moment, your birthday. What was it like clocking 50, sir? Because 50 is not easy. Let me just say it's half of life, half of someone's life. As expected.
It's half of mine, because I'm going to be 100
Definitely.
by God's grace. Yeah.
By God's grace. So how was the feeling like?
Yeah, it's still the same. I still feel the same way, but somehow you just find some of your person not as young as you were used to. Everything around me has always been me. I still eat the same way I used to. I still walk the same way. I still, do a lot of things the same way. When we were growing up, I'm like, when the likes of Barista, Sikira and the Barista, they were growing up, and they sang this Barry at 40. We're like, when are we going to be 40? But here we are 50, right? And you're still moving. So it didn't make any difference in me. I didn't see anything quite different from where it was before. But that sometimes in life, you pass through some hurdles, like we said, and you can feel what people are feeling out there. There's been a time you don't even know what you're going to eat in the morning, talk less of afternoon, and talk less of the evening. The 3 square men are not that comfortable. So now you are up and doing, and you have to feel same way people are feeling out there. Even sometimes I think that, I wish I would be able to feel the whole world. I would have loved to do it, because it is not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. So some people, as we speak now, some people have not eaten this night. So talk less of thinking of what to eat in the morning. So it's not easy. If you have passed through that stage before, then you know what people are feeling. So at the point, I think even if I have an income of 10 naira, I'll be giving out 5 naira out of it. Let me share it into 2, because it is not easy. So some parents are going through hell. As at the time we started doing business, 96, 97, 98, 99, that's about 23 years ago. Things are still very easy for us to manage. You manage. I can ask you to be in this station. At the end of the week, all my manager come to the head office. We do all accounts. So everybody will go back to the various stations. So at every weekend, we all came together and put up our books together. But today, we are experiencing a terrible human beings. So that's why sometimes when they cry out for change, Nigeria is not good, the leader, blah blah. It's not all about the leaders. What about you? Have you done your own part? Leaders everywhere. What about you? Today I went all out. My HR, that doesn't have anything to do with account, went to customer, get money from it, 1.3 million stolen by HR. We can't be giving, if we started giving you account of what we are experiencing this day is terrible. It's terrible. So I think making Nigeria great tomorrow doesn't have to do with leaders. An entrepreneur that put up a business and you are running it down, you think people will put down their money and put down business in this country? No. Until we change. We have to change.
But sir, there must be a way, I mean a strategy, a device, a source of way that you can devise a means of curbing all these crimes that are going on.
You know, we joined Henyo not quite long, and even at that, they started experiencing some things. You have something to monitor your tank, but they tampered it. Tanker driver, they're there. They want to steal your product, and you are here to dispense to customer, and you're not cheating the customers. So where will you get that? A lot of businesses have closed down just because of what we're just talking about. Go out there, find out from people what they are facing today, Nigeria, what we're facing. It is not easy. I think it has to cut across. Let the government do their part. Let individuals do their own part. That is when we can move this country forward. Yeah, so I can't tell you I'm leaving anything that I'm doing in the past. So I don't have any bad or evil doing things that was hidden. So I still want to be there for people, let people feel me more. So whoever I can give an assistance to, I want to increase on that. Let God give me the enablement to be able to do that, because I told you in the past that if I have my way, and if God permits me, I want to do more to people, to the less privileged road. So I'm like, okay, when I drop Mansura, then I'll be able to put up my intention to her. So we eventually dropped Mansura, and I was like, oh, you know what? I don't want to toast you, but I want to marry you. Like, you don't even know how to toast. I said, no, I'm not here to toast, but I want to marry. So that's how we get along, talking. And at that point, she traveled out, and I'm like feeling so bad that, is she coming back? Or is she not coming back to Nigeria? So eventually she came back, and she bought me a wristwatch. So I'm like, oh, does he really know? I'm like, is she saying yes to me now? So, push and push and push until she said yes. So, and I thank God today, I don't think I can have a better person. I don't think I can have a better half of Tayo. She has been so wonderful, and, truly, behind every successful man, there must be a successful woman. Because she's successful in mind. That is why she could impart it into me, and we could bring it together and to form a singular one. Okay? So I appreciate her.
The day of your wedding, what was going through your mind? Did you remember when
I'm still wedding her. We don't have a particular wedding day. I'm still wedding her because she always come as a renewed person to me. Renew every day. Renew person every day. So like I always tell her, I say, oh girl, I don't want to experience it though, but I don't think I can get tired of her.
What can you say?
Wow. I look at every one of them like, Muyo, I can't imagine I don't have you. You can imagine that. Like, Mojorayo, you are such a loving daughter. I can't imagine I don't have you. So you can't come now and tell me which one do you love most. No. So I love them in very different perspectives. They have different and unique way of making you happy and making you smile. So I thank God for that. They have been so wonderful. So.